The world has changed remarkably in the last 15 and 20 years. And that means business has to be conducted in several countries simultaneously. We have to adjust for differences in cultures and institutions. And that means the executives don't just have to have more skills, but they need a broader range of capabilities.
They need to really understand the complexity of doing business at a global scale, and that entails, one, understanding the local differences in different places, and yet at the same time finding out what is actually common across different locations. They have to be able to transfer everything they learn on a specific location, or what they learn also from observing and interacting with different stakeholders in the place where we are, and make it really relevant and useful the next day. So that is why the integrative courses are so important.
The learnings that we are getting is basically adding to how we solve our day-to-day problems.
It really helps to change your views from short-term to mid-term and long-term perspective.
It helps you see things in a totally different way.
It has made me more aware in terms of the economic, financial, and geopolitical principles of doing business.
ESADE is excellent in executive education. The rankings through time shows that they've really mastered the art of developing good programs.
One thing that is unique in the case of Georgetown is, they have this privileged view given their position, but also what they do well in advancing our knowledge and understanding of the trends around the world. Second, they are able to work and translate that into effective, relevant and substantive teaching at different levels.
The Georgetown School of Foreign Service is the oldest and largest, and I would say best, School of Foreign Service in the world. So, to be global, you've got to know the world around you, diplomacy, politics.
The integration of our capabilities and yours, but with that commonality of vision and purpose, make this a very powerful program.
The program directors handpicked and handcrafted the program in such a way that the teachers and the invited guests complement each other and are world-class.
They're relevant with being current and up to date with things, and then not only that, they're able to attract tremendous people that are in the business and the political community to come to our modules to talk to us.
This is a unique opportunity to really have a very concentrated period of time with them to learn the subject at hand.
So we're not only tapping into best universities and best professors, we're tapping into the best of those two universities and the best of those two professors, and that's as well an additional advantage that the GEMBA program has.
No program can or should remain static, and we've always innovated. No one year is the same as the previous year.
The program is divided in 6 modules, 12 days each in different locations. One issue is that we commit ourselves to spend at least half of the time, roughly, in developed markets, and also the rest of the time in developing markets. And of course, we focus on the BRIC countries, the big ones, which are the ones that are more relevant at a global scale.
The fact that the students are going to work on their projects in every single module and in the end have a business plan for a viable international business, I think will force them to go to the next level in thinking about global business.
It not only gives you the core classes from an MBA system, but it also gives you the geopolitical context. And it makes you a much more complete and holistic person.
Each module is making an incremental contribution that is immediate to the way that you work and the way that you apply this new knowledge to your real life.
They offer a bridge between so many different marketplaces, and the people they're able to attract, they're fantastic.
They have the right combination of practical cases, theory, and examples from real life.
On one hand, we learn new things, but on another hand, we learn better connecting our learnings and better connecting our previous knowledge to our acquired knowledge.
The experience is really embedded in the local economy, but just not embedded in the local economy. If we're in Brazil, it's about Brazil and the world. So we never lose that focus on globalization, even as we learn about globalization from that country's perspective. One of my favorite sayings is you have to be comfortable being uncomfortable. And that's part of the trick of being a really good global manager. One of the most powerful things that I've observed is the strong community that the students form together. I'm amazed at the network, the deep and enduring network that they form.
Our students have the chance to really reach out to this global community of over 200,000 alumni from all 3 schools.
And when they form that community, the learning can be much more than it would be otherwise.
GEMBA did a very well job of diversifying the people in each group, making sure that we get to work with people with very different background, very different ideas. You learn to see different point of views.
Teamwork and team groups are very valuable. Diversity from industries, diversity from ages, diversity from experiences at a management level, operational, marketing.
You open your mind through your peers, basically.
Allows me to look at the same problem from very different angles, and by doing so expand the way that I can analyze the problem and solve the problem.
We bring in fairly high-powered students who have significant work responsibilities, often have personal lives, and over that we place this additional challenge of a fairly intense, fairly short 13-month program.
What they tell us is that there's a huge reward for this. It's an enriching, it's a growing experience. All of them tell us that they gain confidence, but also that they grow up.
You don't take it lightly. This is a very serious commitment between your personal life and your professional life, and it's a good way to go.
The challenge is to be somebody else after the GEMBA.
Has given me a perspective of many possibilities that are there.
It's exciting, it's thrilling, tiring at times, but the payoff is 10 to 1.